Always experience the best in gaming on Xbox.
Just gonna fall to the earth.
So this happens a lot in the game. I don't know if you know this, Tom. The game has a built-in feature that allows you to get unstuck.
Yeah, they have this gate.
Oh, is this? Okay. This happened to us.
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't happen that bad. Oh,
Oh
my god.
my god.
I love it. Oh, it's so great.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Be better.
I really do feel at this point that I am just done waiting for Microsoft. I'm done waiting for Xbox. I'm done with the idea of trying to come out here and say, no, don't worry, guys. Don't worry. E3 2019. New studios. Things are going to get better. Let's be positive. Let's be optimistic. I'm done with that because look at where it's gotten me. An actual Xbox fan, somebody who has been a fan of the platform for many years and continued to support Xbox through its struggles this generation, somebody who bought the Xbox One X, somebody who constantly tried to hold out hope for better games from Microsoft this generation and has just been let down almost every single time. The only area I feel where Xbox hasn't let me down is with the Xbox One X. But even then, it's becoming extremely difficult to justify even purchasing it. I mean, yes, I use it for third-party games, but I'm just starting to feel like the platform is getting away from me as a whole, and I have to just continually convince myself that I need to use my Xbox One X for all my games or as frequently as I can because of the amount of money I paid for it. Meanwhile, I'm over here feeling extremely frustrated with everything Microsoft has been doing and Xbox has been doing. Not only the direction they've been going in as a platform as a whole, you know, with focusing on the cloud and you know, this idea that they're going to release a discless, digital-only Xbox One. They're going to announce a disc-to-digital program, which, listen, I know some people get on my case because they're like, MBG, don't you see this is the future of gaming, man? Digital-only and all this stuff. And, like, I understand that. I'm not ignorant to that. I'm not necessarily saying that that's not the future. What I am saying is that I'm going to fight that for as long as I can, and I'm not going to support that because maybe for some people that seems like a good thing to them, and that's fine, but for me it's not. You know, I'm a traditional gamer. I've been saying it. I like having discs. I don't mind doing digital occasionally, but overall, I just want a traditional experience, regardless of how cumbersome it may seem to other people or even how archaic it may seem to some people. I don't want digital only. I like to own my stuff. It's not about being a hoarder or even necessarily a collector. I just like to own my stuff physically and feel like I actually have ownership over it and that it can't be potentially taken away from me if something goes wrong. And the same thing goes for like cloud gaming. I just, you know, you guys already know I'm not going to retread this for too long, but I'm just not interested in cloud gaming. I think it could be a useful option, but I can definitely tell that Microsoft is betting big on cloud gaming. They're not just approaching it like, oh, this is just an extra thing we're doing. No, I don't blame them per se. They are a cloud company. They have the infrastructure in place, so I absolutely do not fault them for wanting to pursue it. But again, it's like if they push hard for it, it's just going to push me away because I'm not really that interested in it. If they can keep it just as an option and just say, look, mate, you know, if you feel like using it, go ahead, it's there. Okay, sure, maybe. But I just have this feeling that that's not what they're going to do. And I don't think I'm the only one. But getting to the, you know, the really important parts here, the reasons why Xbox has just let me down so much. It's not even about the stuff I just mentioned. It's about the games, man. It's about the games. You know, I remember, like, you guys can go back. For anybody who thinks that I'm becoming a PlayStation fanboy or I betrayed the Xbox community or any of this dramatic stuff, listen, you can think what you want, but I implore you, okay, to go back on my channel history and look at my content. Specifically, look for the videos where I'm talking about how we're going to get awesome games like Crackdown 3 and State of Decay 2 and Sea of Thieves in 2017, and a whole year goes by, and did we get any of those games? No, we didn't. We didn't get any of them. But we did get them the following year, so I had to spend a whole year pretty much waiting. And then when they did come out, they were just completely disappointing. I mean, out of the games I just mentioned, I probably got my most enjoyment out of State of Decay 2, but even then, man, like, I had this expectation that this game's been in development for over 4 years, almost 5 years or whatever. It was a long time, I know that. And I thought it was going to be a bigger, you know, more AAA-like game, just something that was much higher quality, and it just wasn't. It was basically a rehash of the first game, and some people think that they made worse decisions with the second game than they did in the first. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, this is what I waited for? Sea of Thieves is what I waited for? A game that's coming out and being sold at $60 with essentially no content, and I'm being told to wait for the content? I'm being told that, oh, don't worry, Rare's working on it. Just give it some time. Even though I may have already paid $60. That's what I'm being told. And I'm being told by the Xbox community that, oh, don't stress, bro. You just pay $10. Your Game Pass. I'm tired of it. And I'm done waiting. I'm done waiting. And the reason why I'm making this video is not to necessarily be dramatic or go berserk or anything, because I know that's what I've been doing recently. But it's mainly just to kind of let you guys know that I'm just not doing it anymore going forward. I'm not. I'm not saying I'm never going to be optimistic about Xbox again, or I'm never going to have anything good to say, or I'm not going to talk about Xbox ever again. That's not what it's about. I certainly will be. But I'm not. I'm absolutely done. I'm not going to come out here and tell you guys, hey, Xbox E3 2019, this is what we can look forward to. This is why we should be excited. Because you know what? I'm just going to be brutally honest right now. There's not a damn thing worth being excited about right now for Xbox. And I understand that there maybe are some members of the community who feel genuinely excited about certain things. You know, maybe when we find out about Ninja Theory's next game, whatever Playground Games is working on, maybe, you know, seeing gameplay of Halo Infinite. You know, maybe there are some people who are really excited about Gears 5 or Ori and the Will of the Wisp. There's people who maybe are very excited and eager to find out what Microsoft's going to do next generation and if they're going to buy new studios, but I'm not. I'm just not. I'm done. I'm done. I've been burned for too long, too many times, to where I'm at a point where Microsoft has to prove something to me, because I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt anymore, especially after Crackdown 3. The fact that Crackdown 3 was not canceled and was actually allowed to release and just get utterly obliterated to the point where it has done more damage to Xbox than if it just never released. If Xbox just didn't have anything to release right now, I think it would have been better PR than what we're seeing right now. They have a lot to prove to me, and you know what? It's not just going to be a few games. It's not just going to be, oh, hey, here's Ninja Theory's new game. It's not just going to be Playground Games. It's going to have to be a serious showing that they care about the quality of their games. And I know to some people they're going to think, man, how entitled is this guy? It's not that I feel entitled. I mean, maybe I do a little bit simply because of my history with Xbox. But it's simply just me expressing why I'm done waiting. I'm done being a fan anymore, because there's no reason to be. Xbox is proving time and time again to me that they just don't understand what the gaming audience really wants. And they don't care enough. They don't care enough to try to deliver that. They think their idea of getting the community excited is announcing new studio acquisitions. Last time I checked, the thing that should get the gaming community actually genuinely excited is the announcement of new games to look forward to playing. I'm just done, man. Like, I'm done. And I've been playing a lot more PlayStation recently, and I've really been enjoying it. I've been thoroughly, genuinely enjoying myself, and I plan on talking more in the future about some of the games I've been playing and that I plan on playing. And I know some people think that I'm just making a shift here because of the recent success on my YouTube channel with getting more views, getting more subscribers. It's not about that, because the thing is, I didn't just suddenly turn on my mic one day and say, I'm going to trash Xbox because I'm pretty sure that'll get me more views. No, I didn't do that. I turn on my mic to just be honest and say what it is I have to say about something. And if people agree with it, that's great. I mean, I spent the past 2 years saying things that most people didn't agree with, supporting a brand and supporting a platform that most people just can't stand. Did I just abruptly stop because I wasn't getting a ton of views? No, I didn't. I continued to do so. But I'm stopping now not because I seem to be getting more support. It's great. It is greatly appreciated, yes. But I'm stopping because, for me, something like Crackdown 3 is the straw that broke the camel's back. That broke my back. I'm over it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and continually make Xbox hate videos or rant videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about Xbox when I feel as though there's something worth talking about. I don't care about Inside Xbox. That show is a joke, okay? And most people think the same thing, because it's just one long advertisement. There's no new game announcements at these things. You know, the most we got was the announcement of 2 more studios, which is nice, but still, where are the games? I'm not going to sit here and talk about every new hire that a studio from Microsoft gets, because it's a joke. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I mean, like, maybe at one point I could have gotten a little bit excited, but I'm just, in the end, it just translates to me waiting. What does somebody getting hired at the initiative have to do with how I'm going to play games over the next year or 2 years? Probably nothing. Has nothing to do with it. I mean, is it interesting news? Maybe. But it's not relevant. You know, it's not relevant to my life and the way I want to play games. So I'm just letting you guys know that, you know, I will talk about things when I feel like they're significant. You know, like if there's some kind of major shift within Xbox with the leadership or something, or if Phil Spencer has something really interesting to say, or if there's actually some really great Xbox news, you know, specifically with games and something that's worth getting excited about. But I will also continue to call them out on the BS, man, like I have been. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here because I didn't want to make it too long, but I felt like I had to make this, and not necessarily explain myself or be apologetic or anything. It's not necessarily about that. It's just, I feel like I just wanted to talk about it. I just wanted to say it, and it feels good to say it. You know, it feels good to say that I'm just done waiting for Xbox, and I'm not going to be waiting here with bated breath, and I'm not going to continue to be optimistic because Microsoft has not given me a single reason to be optimistic about the future based off of their actions, based off of what they have shown me over the past 3 to 4 years. They've given me literally the opposite. They've given me every reason to doubt them and to feel like, why am I even here? So, yeah, that does it for the video, guys. At this point, I'm going to ask you to let me know your thoughts down below. I'm sure you are way ahead of me on that one. Be sure to leave the video a like if you enjoyed it or if you agree with what I had to say. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the bell notification icon and share the video out as well, because that helps it out tremendously. But until next time, guys, take care.